So hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here for our annual awards ceremony. I am so excited that so many people could come out and join us, so thank you. I'm Sarah Zalewski, the chair of the awards committee, and we are so lucky that we have this time to focus on some really amazing people who've done a lot for our school counseling profession. So let's take a quick moment of silence and try and let go of the stresses and the worries that we just have been inundated with lately. Take a deep breath and breathe out all of that stress and breathe in the joy and the hope and the celebration that we're going to enjoy. So thank you all again for being here. I am very excited. And now I am going to introduce Eileen, who is going to say a few words to get us going.
Thank you, Sarah. Welcome everyone to the CSCA Professional Recognition Gala. As you can see, we have great attendance this afternoon, better than at our past award celebration, thanks to the ease and accessibility of the Zoom platform. This is an example of finding the silver lining in our corona cloud these days. Often empathy, listening skills, and the ability to advocate are the traits that are touted as the most important skills that a school counselor possesses. Those skills that allow school counselors to reach students, form relationships, and have a lasting impact on students' lives. While these skills are clearly important for a successful school counselor, an exemplary school counselor has other profound qualities. And this afternoon, that is what we celebrate: school counselors who embody excellence. What drives a school counselor towards excellence is belief, commitment, and desire. School counselors must first believe in themselves, believe that they have the acquired skills and knowledge, and continue to hone the skills and knowledge so they can have an impact on our students. They must be committed to confront the numerous barriers that present themselves daily in the work that they do. Large caseloads, rising student need, lack of student engagement, and often a lack of support from families, and little time allotted specifically to the school counselor to do this most important work. And finally, I think what singles out today's award recipients is their earnest desire to make a difference in their students' lives. These individuals arrive at their schools every day, whether brick and mortar schools or Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Star 67 schools, each day wanting, with a passion, for their students to experience opportunity, growth, and success. This afternoon, amidst these challenges to our profession due to the coronavirus, we take pause and celebrate the excellence that our award recipients depict. Thank you.
Thank you, Eileen. And now I'm going to ask Michelle Catucci to say a few words as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for all being here today to celebrate our award recipients. And thank you to Eileen and Sarah for their work in putting this together. And to Samantha Eisenberg, who is live streaming on Facebook for us right now, another CSCA first, learning so much through this time. I'm Michelle Catucci. I'm the Executive Director for CSCA, and I have the honor this evening of introducing our first award, which is the School Counselor of the Year Award. The School Counselor of the Year honors professionals who devote their careers to advocating for Connecticut students and addressing their academic and social emotional development, as well as their college and career readiness needs. Every year, CSCA receives nominations of counselors from across the state who are all doing amazing work for our students and for our profession. It is a difficult task for the committee to determine who will be our School Counselor of the Year and who will represent Connecticut in the National American School Counselor Association School Counselor of the Year process. However, there is no doubt that this year's recipient, Virginia DeLong, is very deserving of this honor. Virginia is an exemplary school counselor in every sense of the word. She not only advocates for her students at Lebanon Middle School on a daily basis, but tirelessly advocates for our profession. Virginia has been a member of the CSCA board since 2013 and served as our chairman from 2016 to 2019. She's currently our Government Relations and Advocacy Chair. If you want to hear someone who is passionate about meeting the needs of the students in Connecticut, I encourage you to listen to her most recent testimony to the Education Committee, where she talked about how school counselors can make a difference for students in schools when we have reasonable ratios. Most people are lucky to get 2 minutes of a committee's time, and Virginia was answering their questions for 20, which is unheard of. Virginia is also part of the team writing the updated Connecticut Comprehensive School Counseling Framework with the Department of Education, and she was recognized as Teacher of the Year in her school district in Lebanon in 2017. Virginia is loved by the Lebanon Middle School staff and her students, and I see a lot of the staff is in here supporting her today, which is awesome. To quote some of her students, she will talk to us for as long as we need and is willing to discuss any topic. She makes sure we know that we can talk to her about anything, about ourselves, or about a friend. I could go on and on about Virginia, but we thought it would mean more to all of you to hear from some of the people who nominated her for this award.
Okay, many people have forwarded words to me to say, if you are here and you choose to speak your words and instead of having me read them, please interrupt me at any time. So first, Erica Strong, who nominated Virginia. She's an 8th grade language arts teacher. She says, I nominated Virginia for School Counselor of the Year because she is committed with her heart and soul to our students at Lebanon Middle School. She engages with the students by advising clubs, holding lunch groups, and being available at all times to support our kids. Virginia teaches lessons in our grade 5 through 8 classrooms to emphasize the importance of mental health and self-care. Virginia is a leader within our building and community who does everything she can to meet the needs, and then some, of every student and staff member that she encounters. We are so grateful to have her as our school counselor each and every day. Barbara Archer, someone else who also nominated Virginia for School Counselor of the Year, is a 6th grade teacher and co-advisor with Virginia on the Peer Educator Group. Says Virginia is so deserving of this award, not only because she genuinely cares for the health and well-being of her students, but she also goes out of her way to make sure her coworkers are taking care of themselves too. She visits classrooms to discuss various topics, and she has created before and after school meditation and wellness activities for staff and students. Virginia's door is always open, and she is a great source of information, encouragement, and advice to all who ask. LMS would be lost without her. Sherry Wilson, someone else who nominated Virginia for School Counselor of the Year, and a special education teacher, says, I first met Virginia when she was the school counselor at Lyman Memorial High School. She was my daughter's school counselor and helped her navigate high school and helped her get into the college of her choice. Fast forward to Lebanon Middle School. I have had the pleasure of serving on several committees with Virginia, PPTs and 504 meetings, team meetings, and staff meetings, as well as watching her work with my students and my colleagues. Virginia brings a calming influence to whatever she is doing to both staff and students. Virginia gives so much of herself to us at LMS that she sometimes doesn't do enough for herself. That is why she is so deserving of this award, and I am proud to call her my colleague and my friend. And with that, Virginia, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And if you would like to say a few words, the floor is all yours.
Oh, thank you. I said I wasn't going to cry, but I didn't know you guys were going to do that. So, okay. I just need a minute. My dog wants to join in this conversation, I guess. I would like to start by thanking Michelle for her amazingly kind words. I have valued our friendship greatly, and it means so much to me for you to present this award to me today. I would also like to thank my colleagues for their amazingly kind words. I have always said that I am only the counselor that I am because of them and the work that they do with me and the support that they give me. I would like to thank the Connecticut School Counselor Association for giving me this honor and allowing me the opportunity to speak today. I am incredibly humbled and grateful to receive such an award. I also like to congratulate the other school counselors in Connecticut who were nominated for this award. We have really fantastic school counselors in this state who are consistently going above and beyond for our students, and I am honored to be among their ranks. Normally, I am not at a loss for words. I, in fact, have a former colleague of mine who used to tell me that I could say what I needed to say in a lot fewer words and would jokingly hold up a wrap it up sign at staff meetings when he thought that I was talking too much. But honestly, whether it is from sheer exhaustion that has set in from distance learning or the unprecedented times that we are currently in, I struggled to find the right words to address you with this afternoon. I wrote and I rewrote what I wanted to say, and finally I realized that I just needed to focus on what was in my heart. The last few months of school have been really challenging for us all. We've been thrust into a new world of complete online learning that comes with a lack of human connection and long hours and exhausting work. In the beginning, I'll be honest, I was thinking, how am I going to be useful during this time? Is my district going to see me as a waste of money and resources and think about cutting positions like mine next year? How will I fill my school days every day and justify getting paid? Oh, how silly those thoughts were now that I look back. Certainly the first few days were filled with figuring out what this new normal was going to be. I spent hours on Zoom calls with school counselors across the state and even the country as we all tried to navigate this world of online school counseling. We shared ideas, we strategized, and we did what school counselors do best. We listened to each other and we supported one another. Our School Counseling Association tracked how many school counselors attended these Zoom meetings over the course of a few weeks, and there were over 600 school counselors who joined these calls. This was our new reality, and we were determined to be in this together. I attended national calls with other state school counseling leaders and found so much comfort in knowing that we were all struggling with the same issues and we were all trying to figure out exactly how to do this. While doing this, I was also trying to fill my time working to make as many connections with my students that I could and finding creative ways to support the staff that I work with. Now, I am blessed because on an everyday basis, I work with an amazing staff who values me as a school counselor and the work that I do. This teaching and learning during COVID has proved not to be an exception to that. We are all still working alongside each other to support our students, help them to cope through all of this, and at the same time maintain some level of sanity for ourselves. Now, as I look back, I realize there was no need to ask any of the questions that I originally asked myself. I'm a school counselor, and no matter what the barriers, I'm going to do what I was trained to do. I'm going to work to help students navigate their social emotional needs, stay on track with their academics, and ultimately help them to achieve success. It certainly looks different than being in my office every day, and oh, how I miss my office. I'd trade the computer for the school building any day. I miss the hugs and high fives from students, true eye contact and face-to-face conversations. I miss being in an actual classroom teaching my lessons and consulting with my staff on how we can best help our students. I miss my daily afternoon greetings with our custodian and the friendly banter between my colleagues. I miss a lot, but I also feel that I've gained a lot through this experience as well. I've learned new technology, including how to use TikTok from my students, and I posted my first TikTok video a couple days ago. I was pretty proud of that. I have learned that there are more kids who need me now more than ever. I've learned how to be creative, and some may say sneaky, in my approaches to connect with students. I've learned that it's okay to not have all the answers and to show that you might be struggling too. I've learned to give virtual hugs, and honestly, even as a counselor who is a good listener on a daily basis, I've learned to listen more intently and to hear what might not be spoken but needs to be said and needs to be heard. My students have taught me a lot over the last several weeks, and for that, I am grateful. I am sure that as I talk, some of you are getting all the feels because you can truly relate. This experience has been hard, really hard on all of us. I read a quote the other day that said, "We are not all in the same boat, but we are all in the same storm." With the hashtags support each other, don't judge, and be kind. This really resonated with me as we work with each of our students. I know that I am very blessed to have a home with lights and electricity, hot water, and the security that I need. I'm blessed to have family and friends who keep in regular contact with me and invite me to fun game nights on Zoom or birthday celebrations. I am fortunate to have a great job, food in my refrigerator, and essentially everything I need during this quarantine. But I know that this is not the case for all of our students. Some of them are struggling with basic needs, parental support, and safety and security. My heart aches for each of them each day. Excuse me. And this is a reminder of why I do this work. I do this work because our kids are important to me. They tug at our heartstrings and they motivate us to do whatever we can do to help. You need me to schedule a Zoom call with you every day at 9 a.m. to help you get started with your schoolwork? I'm there. You need me to listen when you talk about the struggles of being stuck at home with your family that's driving you crazy? I'm there. You need a virtual shoulder to cry on because mentally and emotionally this is really hard for you and you are overwhelmed with everything? I am there. I am there because I care and because this was the work that I was destined to do. We may not be in the same boat, but I will do my best to empathize and understand what it is like to be in your boat as we all weather this crazy storm together. This is what school counselors do. School counselors across our state and country are working long hours trying to find the best way to support our students academically and especially emotionally during this insane time. Elementary school counselors are using puppets to help kids cope, reading stories to students to help them find comfort, and trying to ease the worries of our littlest people. Our middle school and high school counselors are making crazy TikTok videos and utilizing every form of technology to connect with our kids. We're making screencastify videos of our important classroom lessons, holding one-to-one Google Meets with students to provide social emotional support, transition meetings, college planning, and grade and credit reviews. We're advocating for our students in meetings with other professionals, coordinating meetings with other staff to discuss student needs, and now we're pushing to be on re-entry committees to make sure that the social and emotional health of our students is a major priority for our students' return to school in the fall. While how we are doing these things may look different now, what we are doing really is not different from what we do on an everyday basis. We advocate, collaborate, lead, and help to create systemic change. Once a school counselor, always a school counselor. School counselors are truly at the heart of their schools, and I am so proud to be a part of this profession. Our school counselors in Connecticut are amazing and are doing amazing things for our students, pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and I know certainly after the pandemic. I ask that as school counselors, you never question your worth or value. You are an invaluable member of our school communities. I ask that you never question whether you are having an impact on your students. You most certainly are, and probably in ways you may never realize. While I am very honored to have been selected as Connecticut School Counselor of the Year, the truth is there are so many in our state that deserve this title. There are so many of you out there right now busting your butts to make things happen for your students and their families. Be incredibly proud of the work that you are doing and the lasting impact you will have on our kids. To me, and of course I'm biased, there is no greater profession. The work we do matters. The lives that we touch are immeasurable. Keep doing what you're doing and keep being amazing. Again, thank you to CSCA for this incredible honor, and thank you to my family, especially my parents, for always believing in me and pushing me to do my best. I am thankful for this opportunity to speak this afternoon, and I wish all of you the greatest of health and happiness as we move forward.
Thank you, Virginia. You're an inspiration. And I'm going to ask Michelle to introduce our next award.
I have the fun job today. The next award we'd like to highlight is our CSCA Service Award. Each year, the Service Award is presented to a board member who has gone above and beyond in their work for CSCA. I am honored to present this year's award to Eileen Melody, our current chairman. Eileen has been a member of the governing board since 2015 and started as a regional vice president for Salem and Windham County. Eileen came to the board with fresh ideas, an abundance of energy, a never-ending willingness to learn, and a sense of calm that makes her easy to work with and a part of a team from the very beginning. To myself and the other members of the board of directors, it was clear that she would be an asset to our leadership and serve CSCA as a director. Eileen has this beautiful ability to see the potential in those around her and help them step out of their comfort zone and take on a project or an idea. That was the type of leader we needed to sustain the CSCA board. We were thrilled that Eileen was up for the task and willing to go out of her comfort zone. As a director, Eileen was active in our government relation efforts, providing written and in-person testimony countless times. She also chaired our conference committee, which is an immense task in itself. And Eileen handled it flawlessly. She brought new and exciting ideas to our conference format that supported counselors having the time to network and feel heard and feel supported. When it came time to elect a new chairman, the directors wanted to bring that focus on belonging and support to our board and felt confident that Eileen was the person to do that as our chairman. We are so glad that she stepped out of her comfort zone again and took on that role with us. In this last year as chairman, Eileen has exceeded expectations. She has created an environment within CSCA where people have a voice and are empowered. A really great example of this is Eileen identified that there was a lack of support for counselors of color in our field. And she created a space where counselors of color could come together and talk about their unique needs, and then CSCA could figure out how to support them in the profession. Eileen also keeps us very focused on our own self-care too. She leads us with that same sense of calm she brought with her so many years ago, and we all do our best work with her because of that. It has to be said that Eileen has been the glue that has held us together as CSCA and school counselors during COVID-19. Under her leadership and with her support, CSCA has thrived during this time. We have been able to offer over 30 virtual events, not just to our CSCA members, but to school counselors across the state and nation. And our events have been attended by almost 2,500 participants over the last few months. She truly should be commended for leading and inspiring us during this extremely difficult time that none of us knew how to handle going into it. Although she will be leaving the role of chairman in July, I know this is not her end with her work for CSCA. We truly thank you, Eileen, for all you have done and will continue to do for CSCA, for our profession, and for the students in Connecticut. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everyone. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have served as the chairman this year. I have learned many lessons as I plodded my way through unfamiliar and sometimes uncomfortable turfs. First, I realized that although I began the position with some organizational and communication skills in my toolbox, I had way more progress to make in leading the governing board of over 30 people. I wanted to develop a governing board which was more diverse and one in which each member had a voice. I hoped to transform their voice into actions so that they felt empowered as school counseling leaders and as individuals. I did this through intentional practices of always responding to board members' communications, no matter what, and in a timely fashion. I talked with them about what they wanted to achieve and helped them to a pathway to reach their goals. I have watched these leaders flourish, finding their voice on social media, at our board meetings, and in Zoom professional learning, and before our legislators. This has been very rewarding. My next lesson was to lead with compassion. Many times throughout this year, I have listened to stories shared of personal challenges, situations which have brought people down, where they've needed someone to understand, not to judge them for not keeping up or letting someone down. I've always been a believer that people will join in and contribute when they are able, when things are manageable, and when they are asked to. This is my guiding principle, and I was never disappointed. You all contributed to make this year outstanding as we delivered the most professional learning opportunities in the CSCA's history, with the most varied of topics, and to not just our membership, but to all of Connecticut school counselors. And finally, I am confident that the Connecticut school counseling community is solid today because of our collective efforts. We made it possible for school counselors throughout the state to meet often and to share so many resources. And we created a clear professional identity that the Connecticut school counselor is a vital person in our schools. I'm grateful for all that I've learned, and I'm proud of all that we have accomplished this year. Thank you for the CSCA Service Award.
Thank you, Eileen. I would invite both you and Virginia to really take a look at the chat box. There are some really wonderful messages there, and I don't want you to miss them.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everyone. It's very kind.
I am next going to introduce the intern of the year, Miss Haley Grabowski, who was interning at Newington High School. Her school counseling supervisor, Maria Palazzo, said, "I've had the pleasure of working with Haley as my school counseling intern this year. Haley has impressed me with her drive and focus from the get-go. Haley is also very organized and would follow through with a task thoroughly. She jumped right in with meeting students, staff, and parents any chance she could without hesitation. Haley is warm and personable, which is why many felt they could approach her in times of need. She made great connections with many in our building and is still an asset to our department virtually. I just wish she was able to see this year through with many of her students, as she had big plans to finish out the year with her current students, future groups, and seeing all that goes into wrapping up the year in the conventional way. With all that being said, I am happy her hard work is being acknowledged and supported by CSCA, and wish nothing but the very best for her in her future career. Haley, you may, if you choose, say a few words.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Maria, as well. That was very kind. I cannot put into words the excitement and appreciation I have for the Connecticut School Counselor Association selecting me as School Counselor Intern of the Year. From the moment I opened up the email stating this distinction, I have been smiling from ear to ear. So I want to give a huge thank you to CSCA. It is such an honor, and I am very grateful. Much of my learning has taken place at CCSU, so I'd like to thank the professors I've had too, especially my professor Linda Romanchuk, who has guided me through my internship experiences. They have taught me the ins and outs of the role of a school counselor, how to develop and maintain a comprehensive school counseling program, and the importance of self-care, among many other things. Additionally, much of my learning has also taken place at Newington High School, my internship site. I'd like to thank Maria Palazzo, my amazing site supervisor, for all of the learning she has exposed me to this school year, as well as for nominating me for this distinction. NHS has a wonderful collaborative school counseling team, and I have been lucky to learn from each of them. Throughout this year, I have had numerous learning experiences at Newington High School. To start, I have had the opportunity to teach engaging classroom lessons, for instance, on the topics of exploring post-secondary options, resume building, and how to interview. I provided individual planning sessions, which in some cases involved discussions about a student's current academic performance, their four-year plan, and post-secondary plan. Other times, the sessions involved in-depth discussions about the college application process and how to navigate Naviance in the Common App. I've even hosted an alumni panel event for current seniors and juniors to hear real-life college experiences from NHS alumni, which I'm sure the students thoroughly enjoyed hearing what they had to say. My time at NHS has also exposed me to unique conversations with students about anxiety, what mental health is, and the importance of self-care. In relation to the many unique conversations that have occurred, I'd like to compliment Newington High School school counseling team on how they have handled this unprecedented crisis. They have been going above and beyond in helping their students during this pandemic. Among many other things, interning at NHS has taught me the significance of consulting with faculty and other stakeholders. For example, whether it be regarding what interventions have been tried for a student, what motivates the student, or to simply gain a clearer picture of the barrier to their learning. As for current projects, I'm working collaboratively on a ramp application for NHS. And as for my professional development, I'm currently working on ASCA's mental health specialist training. My hope is that when I complete this training, I can better serve students' mental health needs as I begin my career. Collectively, interning for Newington High School has most importantly showed me that I've absolutely made the best career choice for myself. I'm deeply passionate about the school counseling field and helping all students overcome barriers to their learning. With that said, I will continue to dedicate myself to this profession, and I'm committed to providing quality mental health services in schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. Really, really proud of you. Our next award is for our Administrator of the Year. Our Administrator of the Year is Timothy J. Salem from Scotch Ridge Middle School in Ridgefield. His school counselor, Stephanie Tavares, nominated him, and this is what she had to say. As a school counselor and a member of an educational community, the support of administration is of the utmost importance for the community to be successful. Timothy Salem is a model of leadership as he works with his staff and colleagues. Timothy believes in the door is always open policy for his students, parents, and staff. He always partakes in the sharing of ideas with staff members, ensuring they feel heard, valued, and appreciated. He takes the time to build close personal relationships with his staff, students, and parents in order for everyone to feel as though they are part of the team. Every day, Tim will stand at the entrance to welcome his students by name, checking in when they are just not acting in their usual way or carrying themselves in their typical manner. He ensures that every student feels included and accepted as a valued member of the Scotts Ridge Middle School community. Timothy does his best to bring parents into the building in order to create a true sense of community. He holds monthly coffees that are open to all parents with no agenda to foster discussions on any topic that parents feel are important. He collaborates with the community to be able to supply students, parents, and staff with the resources that may be helpful. He dives into each role of his staff members to understand their roles, their importance, and advocate for their needs. He encourages his staff to attend different professional development opportunities to grow in their profession, learn, and bring new ideas into the building. It is an honor and a privilege to work under the guidance of such an incredible leader and feel valued in a wonderful community. As we navigate through difficult times, Tim has been a rock for the SRMS community. He is working overtime to meet with staff, parents, and students. He is helping to keep us sane in these crazy times. I know that I am a better counselor to my students because of the support Tim has given me. So, Tim, if you are, I think I saw you here, if you would like to say a few words, you absolutely have the moment. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's obviously really difficult to follow those wonderful speakers, and I'd like to congratulate all of them on their outstanding contributions. It was really neat to be able to listen to all of the ways they make connections to kids and grow in this learning process. And I feel fortunate to be here. So I want to thank the selection committee and obviously thank our awesome counseling staff for this special recognition. I'm keenly aware that an honor such as this is never singular. It's always a reflection of the people, the partnerships, and the relationships that you build along the way. And certainly it's been a long time for me. This is my 26th year in education, so I have a lot of people to be thankful and grateful for, but I promise I will be brief. I'm so grateful for the wonderful partnerships in Ridgefield that foster meaningful connections and opportunities for our children. From our amazing staff at Scotts Ridge, I can't speak highly enough about the people I work shoulder to shoulder with each and every day. My outstanding partner, Lisa Fries. We have wonderful district leadership and a supportive parent community. I'm a better leader and a better person because of those valued relationships, and there's no secret about that. I would not be much without certainly the love and the support of my wife, who's also an administrator and an educator, and benefit from our conversations on a daily basis, and my two children. The house was small in stature, but rich in love, diversity, and acceptance. And I want her to know that I never lose sight of that. So thank you again. I really appreciate this opportunity. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Our next award for Outstanding Student Program goes to Erin Chamberlain from Laurelton Hall. Erin instituted a first-year experience program to help her freshman students be more connected to the campus and to each other. Erin, if you are here and would like to say a few words, please feel free.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations to all the awardees. I want to first thank CSCA for this honor and for all of the incredible resources you've provided me throughout my career that have helped me create this program called First Year Experience at Laurelton Hall. We are very proud at Laurelton Hall to have a class embedded in every freshman student's schedule that focuses on social emotional learning and addresses the importance of emotional wellness, physical health, academic planning, and practical competencies to help them transition to the high school experience. But I would like to especially thank my administration who allowed this creation, my fellow faculty for their collaboration, and most importantly, the counseling team that I'm so proud to be a member of at Laurelton Hall. When I'm teaching first year experience every morning, they are the ones that assume my responsibilities. And when I'm prepping and planning the curriculum, they provide the priceless feedback, collaboration, and insight that helps the program grow daily. When I call or text them all hours of the day, usually starting at around 5 a.m., they pick up. So this FYE program represents a true team effort, and I'm overjoyed to accept this award on behalf of the administration, the faculty, the staff, and most importantly, the students who make this all worthwhile. And I cannot wait to get back into the classroom and into my counseling offices in the fall. And in the meantime, I wish everybody the best of health. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin. It's appreciated, and I'm certain that your students are echoing that same thanks and wish to be back in the classroom. Our next award goes out to the Wolcott High School Counseling Department for the Outstanding Comprehensive Developmental School Counseling Program. I am going to invite Mark Wusthorn to say some words.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to start by thanking the Connecticut School Counselors Association for all that you do for school counselors across the state of Connecticut. In particular, I really wanted to personally thank Todd Dyer, too, for all of his work with us on RAMP. I'm not sure if he's on here right now, but I wanted to thank him. Your commitment and dedication to our profession is absolutely remarkable. Additionally, I wanted to thank Wolcott Public Schools Administration for their support and dedication to the social well-being of our students and staff. Without you, this would not have been possible. Furthermore, I wanted to recognize Aisha Mobley too. Even though she's no longer the Director of Counseling at Wolcott High School, we really would not have made this far without her prior work and dedication to Wolcott High School School Counseling Department. Thank you, Aisha, for all of your hard work and dedication. It is truly an honor to accept this award on behalf of the Wolcott High School Counseling Department. Even though I've only been the Director of Counseling at Wolcott for a year, I believe this department is become a family. Kelley, Erin, and Alyssa define what it means to be a true influential school counseling professional. Their dedication to high school students, families, and staff is truly incredible. Every day they put the students' needs before their own. Just as an example of their dedication during the COVID crisis, they said, "We got this." Without a word of complaint, they rolled up to the challenge. Even though they all had families of their own, the counseling immediately started contacting Wolcott's families and counseling anxious students to support them with the crisis. Throughout the challenging time, we continued our developmental school counseling program by supporting online learning, participating in webinars and Zoom meetings, arranging case conferences, completing junior planning presentations, arranging scholarships, assisting students with final post-secondary plans, and final recommendations, and this list could just keep going on and on. Moreover, they are always looking to become better counselors by assessing their programs and continually improving them to meet the needs of all students. For every program they ask, how can we make this better than last year? I truly cannot say enough about this fantastic, dedicated department. In closing, I would be remiss if I did not thank Kristen Ferguson, Nancy Sear, and Dory Coulter. Kristen is also a school counselor who works with our students in our SHAPE program. Nancy is our Career Center coordinator, and Dory is our administrative assistant. They are truly the backbones of our department, and we would not have been able to achieve this honor without them. And to quote Winston Churchill, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." I'd like to thank my second family for what they have given and continue to give the Wolcott community. On behalf of the Wolcott Public Schools, it's a true honor to accept this award. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, congratulations. That is a big accomplishment. And next, I would like to invite Michelle to announce our final award.
Thanks, Sarah. For the first time, CSCA is presenting the Outstanding CSCA Sponsor Award. We have so many partners that we work with CSCA, and we are so thankful for their support. And we wanted to really acknowledge one of these partners who has helped us live our mission and our purpose over the last few years. John Pearson from Barnum Financial has not only supported CSCA by sponsoring our annual conference and other events for many years, but he recognizes the unique role that school counselors play in education and how important we are. John has personally helped to advocate for school counselors at our Day on the Hill. He provides free presentations for families in school districts across the state, and he even offered and provided professional learning to school counselors during this pandemic. We truly appreciate the relationship CSCA has built with Barnum Financial, and we look forward to our continued work together. Thank you so much, John, and I know you're on the call. If you would like to say a few words, please take the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Michelle. It's been a wonderful relationship. We've been doing workshops at high schools now for over 10 years, and we've met just a wonderful group of people. And I think in just kind of summarizing what that's been like most of you guys who've spoken before, we've learned a lot. One of the first things we've learned is never to use the word guidance counselor again, which is vital. We've learned, I've been to some of your evening sessions to learn a little bit about what your day is like and learn a little bit about 504 forms and IEPs. I've learned that like in the lobbying session, what a crazy ratio of counselors there are to kids, and hopefully with some little bit of work that we do that we can help improve that. It was fun to do the Zoom workshop with somewhere around 40 or 45 of you listening in about how college admission and college financial aid is going to change as a result of this COVID virus. We've sponsored some regional breakfasts where some of you folks get together and talk in small groups about things that you've been concerned about. But, you know, probably the greatest thing that we've come to learn is how many responsibilities you guys have, far beyond just helping kids get into the right college. And so anything that, you know, that we can do with the information that we gather all the time on helping people pay for college, anything that we can do to help you all do your job easier and better. You know, all of us, Joe and Mike Bogardus, Donnie Eck, and all of our other team members, you know, we're out there to help you guys because, you know, we have a very strong predisposition to the value of a good education. And we've all had our experiences with how to pay for it too. So we you know, this is a mission for us. So anything that we can do to help you guys do your job better, we're happy to do. Thank you for whoever it was who decided to give us this award. We certainly appreciate it. And, you know, I'm really thankful for the opportunity to work with a lot of your families to help them be able to do this. So thank you. Oh, and by the way, it's almost 5 o'clock, so here's to you.
Thank you very much. And at this time, I want to open up the floor. If anybody would like to say anything, this is your space. Just jump right out there.
Hi. Can everyone hear me? Hi, this is Aisha Mobley, former director of Wolcott High School. I wrote a little something, so thank you for extending the opportunity for some of us to speak. I'm so very proud of the Wolcott High School Counseling Department, more affectionately known as the Dream Team. During my tenure at Wolcott High School, I had the privilege of serving as their director from 2015 to 2019. We worked tirelessly at revamping our program to make it what it is today, a top-notch comprehensive school counseling department. I could not have asked for a better group of counselors to lead over. Taryn Villano Corso, Alyssa Guidra, and Kelley Brochu are the type of school counselors that any district would be lucky to have. They are movers and shakers. These women go above and beyond the call of duty and have a heart to serve. Collectively, they bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to their practice that has made the department a well-oiled machine. They take pride in their work and want nothing more than to provide an optimal service to their students and families. They embody the characteristics of a great school counselor as they are empathic, friendly, and committed. Not only do they take pride in the services they provide to their school community, they also take pride in their department. The Wolcott counselors are more than just counselors, they are a family. The investment that they have in each other's lives has had a profound impact on the strength of the department and on the ability to push the department to a higher calling and to serve a greater purpose. Thank you, CSCA, for recognizing this amazing school counseling department. It is truly an incredible honor, and I can't think of a department more deserving of this award. They are a force to be reckoned with. They are the Wolcott High School Counseling Department. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else who would like to take the floor? Go right ahead.
I'll say a few words. I didn't prepare anything, but I just want to say thank you, or congratulations, to all of the award recipients. A special shout out to Virginia. Virginia, you're amazing. I've worked very closely with you for the last few years. You're an inspiration to us all. And thanks for all you do for our kids and for school counselors in Connecticut. Eileen, thank you so much for your leadership. You're such a positive source of energy and an inspiration. I've really enjoyed working with you this year as our leader. To the Wolcott team, thank you for including me and allowing me to be a part of your journey and sharing with me all of your amazing work. You've really turned that school around from the inside out and have become the heart of Wolcott, and just so proud. So great job, everyone. Congratulations.
Thank you, Todd. Anyone else? Feel free to jump in there.
Sarah, can I thank you? You did an amazing job organizing this. You're behind the scenes the whole way, and today you needed to be out front, and you are a natural. So thank you, Sarah, for all your service to the CSCA. We really appreciate it. It was a very nice afternoon for all our awards recipients, particularly Virginia. Congratulations.
You're very welcome, and thank you guys for making this worthwhile. This is awesome. The energy here is fabulous. And with that, if there's no one else who wants to jump in and speak, I'm going to turn this over to Michelle to end this lovely evening.
I'm with John. I got it's almost 5 o'clock, right? So if you have a glass of whatever, water, whatever it might be, and if you don't, then just raise a hand. But let's raise a glass to all the extraordinary individuals we honored tonight. May their work and accomplishments inspire us all to do our best each and every day for our students in the state of Connecticut. Cheers to all of you.
And with that, thank you all very much for attending our virtual award ceremony. It wouldn't have been so amazing without all of you here. We're glad you joined us tonight. We hope to see you at more CSCA events. If you're not a CSCA member, we encourage you to join. And if you are a CSCA member, I encourage you to get involved. Particularly join a committee, and feel free to reach out to me if you're curious and want to know how to get there. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And congratulations again to all the amazing school counselors, administrators, and helpers in this room.